And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Houston Astros.
All I do is win, 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 win. Haters wanna hate, they make top 10. Double, triple team, what they need to defend. I do left and I'm
first pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab in this one, Mike Burrows. What should we keep an eye on here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Ready to go now? Jarren Duran digs in now. Ball out to short. Handles, throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Check out the Red Sox lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Roman Anthony at the dish. He was Pipeline's #1 overall prospect when he made his debut last June.
Yeah, and he's lived up to the hype, Boog. He missed most of September.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And gone! Third home run of the season. The Red Sox score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So stepping in for Boston, Dustin Pedroia. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Burrows making his first start of the year. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. 2 gone.
Batting fourth, first baseman, David Ortiz.
2 down, bases empty. David Ortiz, the next to hit. Second in the AL in home runs.
Nope, that's inside.
Ground ball right side. And the inning is over. Astros get a run back here on the solo shot. On to the bottom of the first. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. We go to the bottom of the first, and towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Sonny Gray. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking the mound that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
And the tying run is on base. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Check swing went around. It's 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Here's the 0-2. And ball 1. Stays alive. That's outside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Red Sox already leading. The next offering misses, and it's 3-2. Grounder might be 2. Ortiz over to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. This one in the air, center field. Duran on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing there for Houston. They're down 1-0. Top of the second, and stepping in for Boston, Manny Ramirez. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 6th, right fielder.
And next for the Red Sox, Ted Williams. 2 hits and 4 at bats during yesterday's ball game. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck, way back there, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Check swing, he went. That's strike 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Cedar Rafaela, great in the OBP department. Swings and misses. 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that one missing low. Man at first, one away. Swings and sends a rocket to right. 2 down.
Batting 8th, catcher Carlos Narvaez.
So digging in, Carlos Narvaez. And he chases a high fastball there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Pena. They get the force, and that is that. One left for the Red Sox, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
I stomp on comp and I rip the jam. MC Revenge is who I am. My rock leads with the crease. Adidas on my feet and my I rock Z. Watch me speak.
We head to the box. The second. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. That one ripped right center field, way back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. The relay to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Tuve up to hit here. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Jose Altuve will touch them all. His second of the year, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Now Correa up to hit. Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Next to hit, Yainer Diaz. Now a fly ball to right center. Durant on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. So up next, Jake Myers. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right. Now a blast to left center, way back there, on its way, out of here. A solo shot, their third home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
One down. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one. Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
Liner, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
He's a fastball savant with the bat, which is really helpful in today's game. Fastballs aren't getting any easier to hit these days.
So digging in, Jeremy Pena. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Man at second. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. Way high there. Full count now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Left fielder, Jordan Alvarez.
First and second, one out. Here's Jordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 so far. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Two on, one out. Double steal. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Ortiz has a beat on it. Out number 2.
Up next for the Astros, designated hitter,
Isaac Paredes. Up next for the Astros. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball there.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
And that one is lifted in the air. Williams under this one. And he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Astros 4 and the Red Sox 1. Here in Houston, so stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs. Ball 1 there. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now batting Jarren Duran. He's 0 for 1. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run homer, his second of the year, and they cut into the deficit. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. And takes low for ball 1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And that's outside. And now 3-0. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. It bangs off the wall.
That's how you take advantage of a 3-0 count right there. You're expecting to see a good pitch, and that's exactly what happened. Just like that, it's a double and a really good at bat.
Dustin Pedroia now at the plate. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Swing and a ball drilled in the air to center. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman David Ortiz.
Here's some real power at the plate. David Ortiz grounded out his first time.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
And the strike is overturned after. The 1-0. This one in the air center field. Myers under it. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. In to score from third. It's 4-4.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Next is the designated hitter, Manny Ramirez. Swing and a miss, strike one. That one not close. Ball one. And there's a ball. Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next pitch inside, 3-1. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Ted Williams.
And stepping in for Boston, Ted Williams. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. A 2-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they've rallied from 3 back. It's 6-4. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well.
So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Cedar Rafaela. That one ripped. And it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Carlos Narvaez. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Back here in Houston. Well, it's been a game for fans who love homers. These teams are teeing off, as we can see from the spray chart.
Yeah, games like this were so fun for me as a hitter, Boog. You grab your bat and head to the plate thinking, hey, could be my turn to go yard next. He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Fought off foul. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Payoff pitch. And there's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Oh, 1 down. Hard hit, but right at him and left.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman.
One out man at first. And next to hit for Houston, Carlos Correa. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's got a chance. And it hops the wall. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And it'll be runners at second and third, only 1 away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Golden opportunity right here. This one in the air, right field. Williams tracks it down for the out.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder
Jake Myers. Up next for the Astros. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Durant on the move. Makes the grab. And that'll end the inning. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. 3 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Astros 4. Back here in Houston, on to the 4th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Hard hit left side. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. And action in the bullpen as a result. Jarren Duran at the plate. You look at his ability to hit the ball with power and that high leg kick. That leg kick was actually something generated from his time as teammates with Justin Turner back in 2023. Remember, Turner throughout his career has had that big high leg kick. Takes it in for the out.
Next for the Red Sox, left fielder Roman Anthony.
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. And first offering is fouled off.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
1-2 now. And that's too high. That one misses. Full count now. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 7-4. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Mike Burrows won't go any further. And the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching for
Steven
the
Oker
Astros.
taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Oker.
Now, Dustin Pedroia. Ground ball left side. Correa over to first. And that is that. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. It's now a 7-4 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Right fielder.
My crew is on top, nothing can stop us. Me and my homies rolling on the block. We saw some on our jocks. Drop top Benzo, sitting on Lorenzo's. European kid, looking real fresh, yo. Roll down the window. What's up,
Gray
baby?
back to work. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Astros.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jeremy Pena will hit next. Quick toss to first. Smith dives back in safely. Pena, 28 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2018. Runner on the move. Pitch misses inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Man at second. Now 1-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Ground ball up the middle. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Astros. Left fielder, Jordan.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And stepping in for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez.
that goes.
That one fouled off. It's in and out of his glove. The underhand flip, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Designated hitter, Isaac.
Digging in, Isaac Paredes. Hard grounder into the outfield for a nod. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now it's Christian Walker.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Ball, that's outside.
Red Sox by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the air, right field. Williams under it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 7-5. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Brian King.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, David Ortiz. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Number 46, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. 1 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the designated hitter.
And here's the slugger who starts at DH, Manny Ramirez. In the air to left center. Myers settles underneath it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Ted Williams.
So stepping in for Boston, Ted Williams. That's a laser base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela, 1 for 2. Yeah. The shortstop takes the ball.
The first pitch, just a tough pitch at the knees on the outside corner for a strike, and then he went in on the next one. So he's got to move the ball in and out from pitch to pitch, up and down, and just
to second. Altuve, that's the inning. And the Red Sox lead 1. They're still up 7-5. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here comes Carlos Correa. Well struck left field. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
No, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike one. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Sonny Gray will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher now, Giovanni Moran.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
So up next, Jake Myers. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Grounded to third. Could be two. Boggs to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
So digging in, Cam Smith. He's 2 for 2. That's in there. 0-1. So after the double play, he's trying to pick up his teammate and tie this game. This one in the air, right field. And that is the third out of the inning. We're through 5. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Astros 6. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. And now, Carlos Narvaez.
Catcher, Carlos Narvaez.
In the air, right field. Smith moving under it. 1 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Here's Wade Boggs now.
Nope.
Left field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it.
Up next for the Red
Here's the
Sox,
center fielder, Jarren Duran. He crushed one out of here earlier, an absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he even felt the baseball make contact with the bat. Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
And a big swing and a miss. That one missed. In the dirt. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
So a walk puts runners at first and second. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Now the number 2 hitter, Roman Anthony. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Line and a base hit into right. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
At the plate, Dustin Pedroia. The 1-0. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
In the air, right side. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman David Ortiz.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Brian King done for the afternoon, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, number 46.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Here's a big power threat. David Ortiz. This guy with light tower power.
Straighten him up a little bit.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count. Base is loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Batter challenges in a very big spot. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. There's a strike. That one hammered left field. Way back there. It's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall. Red Sox leave them loaded as they still lead by one at 7-6. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Greg Weisser.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Williams on his way over, and there's one away.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder.
So next up for Houston, Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 3 in this one. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the sixth. And another ball. This one in the air center field. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Astros.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And that's the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're right in it, though. It's 7-6.
I can see it in their conscience, and I know they all watching. I've been balling since the YMC. Hey, know the work, yeah, I gotta be.
Back here in Houston, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
And Boog, it's been a fun time in the right field bleachers with all those balls heading out that direction. Seems like a good day to be a lefty slugger.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. The Astros have some action in their pen. Brian Abreu, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Sousa, the power lefty, up as well. Hit hard on the ground to short. Slings to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder Ted Williams.
And now the right fielder, Ted Williams.
Ball one.
Short hop liner, handled it short to first, and they get the out.
Well, this is obviously a tremendous play, but for me, it starts with a well broken in glove. To have the confidence to go down, knowing that ball is going to be right in the pocket, so you've got a clean transfer, pop back up to the feet, and fire across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ceddanne Rafaela, 1 for 3. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Carlos Narvaez.
So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Slider squirts away. And the runner holds. Rafaela off of first with 2 away. Rips that one to right. And that'll do. One left for the Red Sox. They'll try and hold on to their 7-6 lead. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
First baseman,
That's all you need. Can't see, but I dream. It's a must. You see, eyes wide open. I see. Had a vision, had a dream. Eyes wide open. I see. Hey, hey. I had a vision. Who's on top?
Walker has to step out of the way for ball one.
Nope,
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Justin Slayton, the young right-hander, up and throwing. A little bit low. 3 balls, no strikes.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's fouled off. The 3-1. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied.
This one feels far from over, Booth. Who knows how this game's going to play out now? Pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Greg Weisser departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Justin Slayton. He's making his second appearance of the season. Jose Altuve getting ready to hit. Out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman, Carlos
Here's
Correa.
Carlos Correa.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
In there at the knees.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, catcher
Yainer Diaz, the next to hit. Hit in the air out to center field. Duran on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. But this clutch home run gets us even again. 8th inning coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. I'm ready for real. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brian Abreu.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the third baseman, Wade Boggs.
Third baseman, Wade Boggs.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Line drive, base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Next to hit, Jarren Duran. Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder Roman Anthony.
Go ahead run on base. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Stops it on a slide. They get one, and that's a nice play to end the inning. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Astros 7. Back here in Houston, on to the bottom of the 8th, Jake Myers digs in now. That's in there. And it's 1-2.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And next to hit for Houston, Cam Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Tosses to first. That's it out.
Up next for the Astros, the shortstop.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Justin Slate is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for Boston,
Garrett Whitlock takes
22.
over on the mound.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Now it's the shortstop, Jeremy Pena, known for his late inning heroics. Hit on the ground to short, Rafaela. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Astros. Still tied 7-7. We go to the 9th, and stepping in for Boston, Dustin Pedroia.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
This one in the air, center field. So here's Boston's cleanup hitter, David Ortiz.
That's the ball.
All tied up here at the top of the 9th. There's the strike. On the ground to the left, Pena gets it to first, and he's out.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Now it's the DH, Manny Ramirez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swinging a foul out of play. Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. Two down, nobody on. Just missed. Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he held back according to Rusty Valentine. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. High fly ball, right field. Smith under it. And that'll do it. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and this remains a 7-all tie. Bottom 9, and they've got a chance at a walk-off in this tie game. And stepping in for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez. Activity in the bullpen. Cutter Crawford getting loose out there. Chapman getting cranked up as well. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game.
Homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
A final 8-7 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pest it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can. Who the best is, what's the metric? Yes, it's me. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why I should stop now. Thought I was at the bottom.